Yo, what's going on? It's your guys Buffed and Prime, CT the Fan, T Cal. What's good, bro?
What's up? What's up?
This question goes right into what you were just saying. Are there any current coaches whose performance and development of the players you're particularly focused on watching this spring? And what are your expectations for them? And to piggyback off of what you were saying, like I feel like it's one thing to name Salter the starting quarterback, but if
Mm,
the offense
mm,
doesn't look like it fits his style,
not gonna,
then I'm not
not gonna work.
interested, buddy. Like I'm just not interested in that. you
Agreed.
know?
Agreed. I I think D tackles is one of them. I think that's one we desperately need.
Hmm.
Desperately need. Like I've said it a million times. There's not a Chidozie on this roster right now. I don't think people understand the impact that Chidozie had and like
Mm.
what he really did. Um, like I had seen where I guess some of my film they had a cut up of him versus BYU. I hadn't even paid attention to him versus BYU. And then we ended up watching them in Patreon. It was funny because we was watching them Patreon. We just watching all the D tackles, and I'm texting Chidozie, and then he hops on the stream. Then he come and then we just watching
Boy,
the tackle film with him for a couple hours. That was
yeah, he was in there with us for a minute.
just breaking down like some deep football talk. Uh, but when we watched the BYU game, I was like, hold on. Like if you don't have to watch no other game from him. You can just watch that game and see like all of his skill set and the impact that he has. And we need somebody else to have that. So I want to see.
And I agree with what you're saying because when you say about Shadozi, he was eating off the blocks, but he was still being so impactful in
Mm-hmm.
other ways. But one thing we saw in that BYU film, where the ball was, Shadozi was
Full
like
speed.
he was getting up and
Running.
down that field, bro.
Running, man.
Like I mean, man, yeah, we need that motor, man. I want to see these guys get active, like be there, be near the ball, like.
Yeah, that we need those type of high motor guys for sure. We need to run the ball with higher probability of gaining more yards because last year most yards were only meant to gain a few yards based on the personnel. I just think we just got to start from scratch. Like honestly, I would throw out every single play from last season and just hey, we're starting anew. We are starting anew. That's what I would do.
I think you would have to. I mean, I think, like I said, if you go back and you name Salter the starter per se, I mean, we need a whole new offense. You cannot show up with the same offense as last year and put that out there. I'd be so devastated and disappointed. I can't because that be back to 10 to 12 runs a game. Nah, but he like
Not gonna work.
we
Not
got
gonna work.
yeah, not gonna work at all.
Shidozi to me is the ideal interior tackle. I agree.
Facts,
He's
Coach K.
I think our number 2 ranked D tackle
And you were
behind
trying. People don't know how much effort you was trying to put.
trying to keep him down.
Shadozi was there, man. Like popped out.
Trying to keep him down.
So overall, how confident are you in the coaching staff, including the new additions, will effectively utilize spring football to address the team's needs and prepare them for a successful 2025?
Well, that's a loaded question because there's a few things you can put it back up so people can read it. But it's a loaded question because you're limited as far as how you can you don't know who's going to be in the transfer portal
Right.
as far as who you can get.
Or and who you can
So,
lose.
yeah, both.
Give and take, right? Yeah.
But mainly who you can get is like, hey, everybody can't be developed.
Right.
No matter how good we've seen busts at Alabama all the time, even though they've had the best coaches, in recent memory. But there were still guys that could not be developed. It's not true that everyone can be developed. Some people just won't click. They don't get it. They're lazy. They don't want to get it, etc. So that's an issue in itself because if you don't get positions from the transfer portal, then you're stuck with what you got. It's like, okay, if I can't develop these guys like to where I want, then I'm at a disadvantage. And like you said, with guys leaving, you might have a guy that you were counting on. Like imagine if Chidozie had transferred from Colorado last year and then you didn't have him like that. That's going to make a big difference in the success of your team and the success of that specific position group. So I can't really speak on utilizing everything to be successful. As far as the spring portal, now just as far as spring football, I think for me, spring football is the time where you harp on technique, like take it to a different level. And when I say that, I mean if I see one play of you not doing the technique I coached you to do, you're out.
Hey, he's not just saying this. Go watch the high school with T. Cal's coaching high school. Like,
man, if
boy.
y'all saw how I transformed them high school kids, but how I coached them in Patreon, it's the full practices.
Yeah, boy.
Full practices. As you're gone. I'd rather you do my technique and get beat, and then we're just gonna keep improving the technique. But you're not gonna not do the correct technique. This is the time where technique has to be extremely focused on. Have to be technical. The guys have to understand what they're doing, what you're asking from them, and how to obtain it. And if they don't, you're on the bench. I'm not gonna play guys that are. It's just disobedience at some point. Mm-hmm. If I tell you, hey, I want you to stick your right hand out every time, and I watch you stick your left hand out after I told you to stick your right, you're just straight up disobey. All right, bye.
Right.
Just like I told my high school kids all the time, I can lose with anybody. I can put anybody in and lose. Mm-hmm. So if you're not going to do it the right way, then it's not going to work. And I'm already seeing clips right now of guys that technique-wise, if I saw them doing that as their coach, you're done.
Right.
You might not get into the next day. You're not going to keep sitting here and wasting my time. I'm trying to coach you. I'm trying to develop you. I'm telling you what to do, and you're not listening. All right, see you next practice.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like it.
Let's get to a few of these. Do you think Chidozie will get drafted? Someone needs to get him. I think he'll get drafted. It will probably be later on. I've been saying it forever. People think when I talk about my career and the stuff I had to go through as far as politics that I'm just talking. Like, no, they don't watch film in the NFL. They don't understand what they're evaluating. That's why so many teams get bust.
Boy, yes. They just go from what school you from, what conference you played in. Like, those are the top priorities, literally.
I can name so many busts in this draft. Mason Graham's one of them. The DN from Boston College is another one of them. McMillan from Arizona is another one of them. And these are guys I'm guaranteeing you will be bust. And what I mean by bust is they're not going to be
where they're drafted at.
Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not a chance. Like I can see it with clear eyes, like guaranteed. There's a bunch. We don't watch them. God. Some that I just despise. Kev, appreciate super chat. Can we just trade?
Trade.
Man,
I know Patreon chat is jumping right now. Oh my
yeah. Crashing.
God, boy.
Crashing. But I got an ad and thought T-Cal cut the stream. No music. That's funny. DSD. Yep, you're responsible for their results. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If I'm seeing you do the same thing from game 1 to game 3, hey, I'm gonna blame the coach because why you still got this player playing? Or they're not processing. And I understand everybody learned different. Like, do you need to figure out how this person learned or how you communicated with them or something? I don't know. But if they're doing the same thing, we 3 games in, something got to give.
I'm taking that as disrespect. Like I'm taking that as disrespect. And see, that's why I can't be a coach.
How about that?
When I was coaching at Columbia High School, for those that don't know, this is the worst high school in high school football history. I was talking to the head coach, and he was talking about. He was like, "Yeah, the kids won't show up to practice, but then they'll show up for the games." I said, "They're not playing." He was like, "Yeah." He said, "I wish I could do that, but then we don't have enough to play." I said, "I'll forfeit." I'll be damned if I let some 15, 16-year-olds dictate what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, crazy.
Facts.
I got into it with one of the coaches for putting somebody in who wasn't at practice. He started the first play. I said, "What's he do?" Out? Crazy. I can lose with anybody. I'm not doing it. No sir. Yeah, T-Mac, not it. They talking about him top 10 right now.
Yeah, man, they talking about him the first receiver off the board. It's crazy.
Agree. Like I'm not. But yeah, man, we will have some updates soon. T-Cal will most likely be in Boulder soon.
What? Go be mad.
Somebody on Twitter said, "Are you going for the spring game or you been invited?" Do I look like spring game boy to you? Huh? Have I been invited? Invited? I'll tell you what really been.
Who's next? Do your words match your video? Yeah, this for my boy TKL, CT the fan. Yeah, we on that buff train, man. Yeah, the boys, they put it down. I watch them every day. Hey, they gon' put you on a pedal, but they gon' put you down there where you belong. They ain't gon' care for you. Nah, they ain't gon' care for you. Yeah, they gon' love on you. They gon' tell you what to do to get yourself better. It's on you, baby. Yeah, them my boys. Buff that prime. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, baby.